This video is brought to you by IXL, used by millions of students worldwide to get ahead in math, English, and more.
In this video, we'll learn to choose between the past tense of a verb and the past participle of a verb. It's important to know the difference between these two because, as a good writer, you need to use different verb tenses correctly to show readers when the actions you're describing take place. So what is the difference between the past tense and the past participle form of a verb? We use the simple past tense of a verb to express an action that has already occurred at a particular time in the past. For example, I flew to Little Rock last week. This sentence contains the verb flew, which is the simple past tense of the verb to fly. We use the past participle of a verb to form what we call the perfect tenses: present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect. These tenses express actions that have happened, had happened, or will have happened. Here are some sentences that show the three perfect tenses of the verb to fly. She has flown to Europe 6 times in the past year. This is an example of the present perfect tense. My mom had flown home from Austin right before she took off again for Denver. This is an example of the past perfect tense. The fighter pilot will have flown over 60 sorties when he completes tomorrow's mission. This is an example of the future perfect tense. Notice that each of these perfect tenses appears in the form of a verb phrase: has flown, had flown, and will have flown. The verb phrase includes a form of the helping verb to have, followed by the past participle of the verb, which in this case is flown. So you know you're dealing with the perfect tenses if you see a form of to have followed by the past participle. For regular verbs in English, the simple past tense and past participle forms are the same, as you can see in these sentences where the forms are both watched. I watched 3 movies yesterday, and I have watched 2 movies today. However, for irregular verbs, the simple past tense and past participle can look very different, as you can see in these sentences where the forms are saw and seen. I saw 3 movies yesterday, and I have seen 2 movies today. Here we can see some common irregular verbs that have different forms of simple past tense and past participle. Here are a couple of pro tips to help you recognize past participles. Notice that many of them end in "n", like flown, taken, drawn, and eaten. Other participles have a "u" in them, like sunk, swum, and drunk. In this video, we're going to practice with only some of the irregular verbs in English. But as you encounter more of these verbs in your reading and writing, you'll get better at recognizing and remembering the different past tense and past participle forms. Okay, now it's time to work with some examples and practice choosing between the past tense and the past participle. In this first example, we need to complete the sentence with the correct form of the irregular verb to choose. I was so excited to hear that they finally chose a theme or chosen a theme for the spring musical. The first thing we need to do is decide which of these choices is the past tense and which is the past participle. If you remember one of our pro tips, you'll notice that chosen ends in "n", which is a likely sign of a past participle. And indeed, that's what we have here. Chosen is the past participle, making chose the past tense. We can also confirm that chose is past tense by quickly trying it out in a simple sentence, like, yesterday I chose. Yep, that's definitely past tense. You wouldn't say, yesterday I chosen. Now that we know that chosen is the past participle and chose is the past tense, we need to figure out which one correctly completes this sentence. Remember, the past participle will always be used in a verb phrase with a form of the helping verb to have. Since this sentence doesn't include any form of to have to pair with a past participle, we know that the past participle won't fit here. So the past tense, chose, is the correct answer. I was so excited to hear that they finally chose a theme for the spring musical. Nice work! Let's look at another example. Here, we need to complete the sentence with the correct form of the irregular verb to grow. Unfortunately, my tomato seedlings have not grown much or grew much in the dry weather. First question to answer: which of these choices is the past tense and which is the past participle? Well, do you see what I see? Grown ends in "n", so no surprise, grown is the past participle here, which makes grew the past tense. We'll double check that with the simple sentence we used before. Yesterday I grew. Yep, grew is past tense. Second question, do we need to use the past tense in this sentence or the past participle? Looking again, we see that the sentence includes a form of the helping verb to have. It says, my tomato seedlings have not. Since the past participle is always paired with a form of the helping verb to have, we now see that the correct answer here is grown. Unfortunately, my tomato seedlings have not grown much in the dry weather. Great job! Time for one last example. Here, we need to complete the sentence with the correct form of the irregular verb to sink. Had Brian's model boat sank or sunk before the judges could evaluate it? Let's first decide which option is the past participle here. This time, neither answer choice ends in N, so we get no help identifying it with that pro tip. But remember our other pro tip. The past participles for some commonly used irregular verbs have the letter U in them. So in this case, sunk is the past participle and sank is the past tense. Sank also checks out as past tense because we would say, yesterday I sank. Next question, does this sentence contain a form of the helping verb to have? It does, but because this sentence is in the form of a question, the helping verb appears at the beginning of the sentence. Had Brian's model boat. In the presence of the helping verb had, the correct answer here is the past participle sunk. Had Brian's model boat sunk before the judges could evaluate it? Well done! Remember, correct grammar is key when it comes to clearly communicating your ideas. As you write, be sure to always pay close attention to your verb tenses. Double check if the past tense or the past participle is needed, and make sure your writing is clear.
Head over to IXL.com for more practice on this skill and thousands more videos in math and language arts.